Hello everyone, today is Try It Peta, and today I'm going to be trying the most powerful facial in the world. The world's most powerful facial. I mean, that's what it says on the label, and what it is, it's the Health and Beauty Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay. Okay, so what it says is feel your face pulsate, and having it on, I can say to you that it did feel like it was pulsating. It was actually quite a pleasant experience when I had it on. And it's a very good way of rejuvenating your skin. Clays are very, very good. This is bentonite clay, and bentonite clay is rich with all sorts of minerals and things that we need for our skin. And you can, honestly, you can see the difference in my skin this week compared to other weeks that I've been on the videos. I am just so impressed with it. And as the video progresses, you watch and see how it all works out and things that I've got to say about it. So this is a really good thing to try. I found it on Amazon. I think it was about $29 on Amazon. And it came to me within about 3 days. So it's pretty good shipping as well. Shipping was free. And it's a really, really good thing. So it's natural calcium bentonite clay, and that's all that's in it. It says on the label that it's sun dried, that there are no fragrances, no animal testing, no animal products, no additives. And it does say discontinue use if you get irritation from it. You can use it with all skin types, whether you've got sensitive skin or whether you've got an oily skin, a dry skin, or a combination skin. It absolutely feels fantastic on your face, and you'll see later on in the video the way that it was going, and it really is a great product. So go ahead, try it, Peta, coming up. Let's see what the world's most powerful, what is it called? The world's most powerful facial can do for my face. So what we have to do is I haven't opened this before, so if it goes everywhere, it's gone all over here, doesn't matter. We have to mix some into a bowl. So I've got the bowl and I've got a spoon. It doesn't say, you know, mix X amount into X amount. It just says put some in the bowl and mix it in. So I put 3 teaspoons in. Maybe I'll put 4 in just in case I need more. So I'm putting 4 in. Now apparently what this does is stimulate the skin. So as it goes onto the skin, allegedly, it stimulates and makes it pulsate. So I'm actually going to use some apple cider vinegar. I haven't got raw apple cider vinegar because I couldn't find any. Where I live, it's only a small town and they don't sort of carry that sort of stuff. So I'm going to put some of that in and make a paste. And I'm just going to put a little bit of water in with that as well, because it could be, can you hear that? It's frothing up. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm putting a little bit of water in. All right, so let's do the paste. It's gone into sort of a bubble. I'm doing a paste. I think I might need to put some more clay in it actually. It's not really making a smooth paste. Well, it is making a smooth paste actually, but I think it needs to be thicker. So let's put a little bit more in. And there doesn't seem to be any sort of instructions on like put 5 teaspoons in, and it just says put this in and put that in and make a paste. So let's do that. And just be careful of the way that you open it up, because the powder does actually fall out, and that's going much better. Okay. Now, apple cider vinegar is incredibly good for your face. It does smooth your face. I'm just going to I might put a little bit more in because I think I put too much liquid in. All right, I'm just going to put a little bit more clay in and see what happens. Making a mess on my keyboard that's in front of me here. Ah, that's much better. Ah, that's what you want. So what we're doing is making it so it's quite a stiff clay. So it's quite a stiff mixture. So you've got to put quite a lot of clay in to make it like that. Okay. So I'm going to use the spoon to apply it. You could use a brush. I didn't get a brush, didn't think to get one, but I just thought about it then. But anyway, it doesn't matter. You get organised. Okay, so you can see that it's quite sticking to the spoon. And all right, so let's do it and see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to use the mirror, so just bear with me. So I'm just wiping the clay on my face. And it's probably better to use, you know, a spatula or a spoon or something. Don't use your fingers because, you know, your fingers have bacteria in it. And I'm using the back of the spoon as well, by the way, so it's easier to... Alright, so it says also on the directions to let it sit for 10 minutes. And it is supposed to start to pulsate. Let me pull this back a bit. It's going to go into my hair, but that's alright. When you're doing masks, it's always very messy. Oh, dropped a bit. And the amount that I put in is actually using quite a lot of it. And it says it's got 10 applications, but I'm not sure as I keep using it, because I'll keep using it to see what it does and if it helps. Putting it over my eyebrows. It's going into my hair, so I'm going to have to clean my hair after this. Okay, let's see what happens. Alright, so what are the benefits of using a clay mask? Now, clay is very good for oily skin, very good for dehydrated skin, depending what you put in it. So if you put clay on your face with a dehydrated skin, it does tend to dry it a bit because it does soak up the oil on your face, depending on what. Oh, this is great. This is fantastic. What do you reckon? Okay, should I put it around here more? Okay, so it's starting to dry. I can feel it starting to dry on my skin. What do you think, guys? So it's not really, at the end of the day, it's not that messy. You can do my lips along my lips because I'm getting lines on my lips. I'm not going too far under my eyes because you don't know, because that skin is quite fine there, so you just got to be careful. Just make it around your eyes like I've done. So as this starts to dry, I can feel it starting to tighten up my skin, and it feels quite pleasant. There's no feeling in it, but the benefits of clay masks, so let's see what they are. So with clay masks, it is typically for oily skin that you use clay masks, and you can use geranium oil or lavender oil and just a few drops and mix it in with the mask when you're doing it. Now, I didn't do that this time because I just wanted to follow the directions and to see what was going to happen. So when you're using a clay mask, you would typically be laying down and give yourself 10 or 20 minutes just to lay down and relax. And that is the benefit of also using essential oils with it, because when you do that, the essential oils also give you the benefit of the relaxation. Now, what I should have done is put some of this on my neck. What do you think? I will. I've got some left there, so I'm going to put some on my neck as well. You just got to be careful so it doesn't drop everywhere. I think it'll be good to put on my neck because your neck is often a place that we forget about, and because I'm really big on neck exercises and making sure that if you're doing exercises, you're doing your whole neck and face, because you can see when someone is really their age, you can see it on their hands and their neck. So and you can probably put this on your hands as well. I won't do that today, but if you had some left over, you could probably put it on your, oh my god, on your neck, on your hands as well. But when you do your skincare regime, make sure that you actually include your neck in it, because it's really important to do that. So let's have a look and see what's going on with it. It is drying. The neck is obviously, I've just put that on. So let's just see. I really like adding it. I mean, it's you sort of like fiddle with it. You can't help but fiddle with it. So what I might do is just dry it a bit with the, let's see, that's very nice. So I'm just doing this for a bit, just for the purposes of the video, because you leave it on, the instructions are, you leave it on for 5 to 10 minutes. So it's probably been about 4 or 5 minutes. How long's it? It's been about 4 minutes at the moment. So I might leave it on for a bit longer because it is I can feel it starting to do its job. It's not pulsating yet, so it says that it pulsates. Deep pore cleansing. Now, the thing that's in this is natural calcium bentonite clay. And obviously with the calcium and the bentonite, it will work on your skin and will work to refine your skin. And the other thing about clay masks too is that they do refine your skin, and there's this thing about refining the pores, and people talk about it, but the thing really with that is that it's just refining the skin around the open pore. It's very difficult to actually close pores. And it's one of those myths that, you know, it's pore closing and all that sort of thing. But what it does is it cleanses inside the pore and it refines the skin around the pore. So it gives this appearance of a pore that's been closed. And it's a really annoying thing, open pores, but that's the way you would do it, is through exfoliation. And masks are for exfoliation as well, because it pulls off the dead skin in the end, but it's also for deep cleansing. So what it's doing is it's penetrating into the skin, it's opening up the pores of the skin, and it's penetrating deep into it. If there's excess oil in there, excess sebum, it will then draw that out and it will soak up the oil and the sebum that is on your skin. All right, so let's feel it now. I can feel it really starting to, it's starting to crack now that I'm talking. Maybe I shouldn't be talking while I'm doing it, but you know, that's probably one of those things, because it's just the video. But if I was doing it normally, I'd probably just do it, go sit in the chair and watch TV for a bit, and then go and wash it off. So it's still quite damp on the skin. Some areas are drying, and especially under the lights, it'll probably dry it quite quickly. So let's see. I really like the feeling of it. I really like it. So what I'm going to do after this is I'll go and clean it off, and then I'll come back on and give you a rundown of what it's done to my skin. I hope it tightens it up a bit, you know, because you can tighten the skin, you know, temporarily. And when you're talking about skin tightening, it is a temporary thing. You have to keep doing these sorts of treatments to keep your skin nice and tight. And really that's what we want, is when you're doing the exercises, the muscles underneath start to firm, but then we need to tighten the skin. So it's always good to do all of these other treatments when you're doing this. So let's just see. I keep looking, I've got to see what it looks like. Okay, so I reckon what will happen is that depending on how much you put on it, it will just go to a lighter colour. But because I've actually applied quite a lot of it, and I did have a lot that I made up, it's sort of not drying as quick. So you can see around my lips, it would be awful if, when I'm really old, if I didn't look after my lips, you can see how they would look. But yeah, no, it's actually quite a good thing. And I don't know about the most powerful facial. I'm not sure about that yet. I mean, I'm sure there are other more powerful facials, but we'll have to wait and see. It's something that will not hurt your skin. And I would say that you could probably even use it if you had sensitive skin, and it won't hurt your skin at all. It's actually something that's very calming. I can feel it now. I can feel it starting to tingle a bit. Sort of tingling underneath. It's a tightening. Yeah, I can feel it starting to tighten. So what I can feel now is I can feel my skin sort of moving inwards this way. It's a very odd feeling actually. It's all moving inwards. It's not actually tightening outwards, which I didn't expect. And my forehead is starting to tighten, and it's actually quite good. It's getting harder to talk, but now because I have been talking, it has sort of cracked around my lips. It's doing okay. So I'd like to know whether it helps redness at all, because I've got a red neck. I suffered from a very bad sunburn on my neck one time. I went out with my friends fishing. We went out into the bay and I was invited to go out with them, and we were out there fishing, and I had a scarf on up here, but there was skin showing in between, and I got this really bad sunburn, and it's taken quite a long time for that to subside and the damage on the skin to subside. And I've really had to work with it because, you know, when you've got sun damaged skin, it does actually damage the skin. So I've had to keep that moist and always sort of had to work on that area to make sure that it hasn't prematurely wrinkled. And I have noticed, even looking today when I was doing preparing for it, that I have started to get some wrinkling around here. And I know it doesn't look like it on the video, but or on the camera, but it does. It has started to wrinkle here. And I'm going to be doing a video on the neck. I'm going to do a Try It Peta on the neck. There's a little device for that, so I'll be doing that down the track. Well, now it's really starting to tighten up, and I think it's the apple cider vinegar that is working on this as well, giving the tingling feeling and the tightening feeling. You can really smell the apple cider vinegar. And okay, I think it's time for me to go and wash it off. What do you think? It's amazing, isn't it? I am just so impressed with this stuff. Bentonite clay is such a great thing to use, and I haven't actually used it before. In all my years of being a beauty therapist and working in a salon and doing all of that, I've never actually used bentonite clay. And I'm so glad that I went and tried this because I am so impressed on how it's made my skin look and feel. Now, when I took it off, it was a little bit messy. Okay, so I had to go and have another shower to take it off my skin, and I had to wash my hair. So, and it's only because I had it in the top part of my hair, but I had to wash it. So it was a little bit messy, and you do need to be careful if you are in the shower because it can become a bit slippery. However, the benefits of putting this on your face once a week, and I would say once a week or once a fortnight, that's every 2 weeks, I would absolutely start doing this, and I think I will start doing it myself. Now, there's other uses for bentonite clay. Apparently you can ingest it. You can get bentonite clay tablets, and it's so rich. Now, you have to agree that my skin looks even, that when I took it off, it looks so smooth and not as dry. It actually hydrated my skin. And, I would absolutely go ahead and recommend this mask as the world's most powerful facial. Totally would recommend it. That is just amazing what it's done for my skin, and I'm so impressed, and I'm going to keep using it. And I hope you all agree, and I hope you all can see the difference. All I did was put a little bit of lipstick on, so it was not so, my face wasn't looking so pale, but you can absolutely see the difference in my skin. And I even ran out and looked at John and said, "What do you think?" And his eyes lit up. He couldn't believe it. I'm so excited about it. So guys, go ahead, use bentonite clay. I would suggest you to do this and recommend you do this for all skin types because it also is for hydrating skin. It would also be for oily skin, as I was talking about before. And I cannot see any way that this could harm your skin in any way, shape or form. So go and give it a go, guys. This is Try It Peta, and I hope that you can think of other things that I can try and come on to the video to show you things that you might suggest that you want me to try. Now, I've already got a whole list of things ready for Try It Peta. There's lots of different things, and I've also had a lot of emails from people suggesting things as well. So do put in the comments box below anything that you would like me to try, anything crazy, anything that, you know, a product that you'd like me to try that you've been wanting to try so I can recommend it or not recommend it. And do please also give me a like, because if you like the video, go ahead and give me a like, because that will help me in the ranks of YouTube as well. Also, please do remember to subscribe to the channel, just so you can get all these great updates, and click the bell next to the subscribe button, because that will give you the notifications of when I've uploaded a video. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.